So much. I need. When I saw this piece in London last year, we talked about what it would mean to bring it to Norway and why you thought it was relevant for Norway somehow. Do you want to tell a little bit about sort of the walking aspect of the piece, or sort of why this piece now?
So I started to come to Norway as a guest choreographer around 5 years ago. Norway was a completely unknown territory for me. So the first month when I came here was a good shock. I really liked it. I liked the quietness, I liked the pace, I liked the nature. I have never seen so much nature in my life. I'm a city girl. I lived around cities and seen nature only on the train. But it was more than that. 2 years after being here for a while, I met a man that I really liked, and we met in the winter, and then 3 months, the spring arrived. I found the winter here very difficult. So when the spring arrived and we were driving from Stavanger, that's where I work, to his hometown, Bømlo, it's this island near Bergen, he told me that there's something quite beautiful in the spring in his hometown or his island, because all the flowers come out and it's very beautiful, it's very cheerful. So from this gray and very cold experience that I had, I started to really develop this image in my head as we were driving for 2 hours for something magnificent that I'm going to see when we arrived to Bømlo, and these amazing flowers. And I had this vision of this red and yellow and orange and pink, and like really, I can see still the image in my head, like amazing things of colors and beauty. So when we arrived to the island and we came out of the car, and I saw the garden and I saw some flowers, I was very disappointed, and I said, where are the flowers? And Knut told me, they're here, look. I looked again. I said, what do you mean, these? And there are some wild flowers with some very pale white and pale purple and tiny bit of red. And I got so disappointed that I'm a very expressive person, and I almost started crying. I said, what do you mean, like these? They're so unsexy and so unspecial and spread around chaotically. And he just told me, listen, just have a moment and look at these flowers. And in order not to break this relationship, I decided to follow his comment and just to look at the flowers. So I zoomed in, and I decided that in this moment I'm going to really look and see what's so beautiful about these flowers. If he said it's beautiful, maybe something I don't see. So I looked, and in that few seconds, something quite amazing happened to me, because I realized that they are beautiful. Actually, they are amazing. They are personal. And even though they are tiny, every flower is a little bit different than the others. They have a bit of a different texture, a little bit of a different shade of purple, shade of white, and they are different. And if I look at the whole garden, it actually looks like choreography in itself. And then something happened to me, thinking about it while looking at it, like, oh my God, how many beautiful details have I lost in my life because I didn't pay attention, because I was looking for something bigger, more special, more amazing, more spectacular. And that really, the small details, they are the most beautiful one. And if I just let myself have the time to look, I'm going to have a really good life. And this is where it all started. And this piece for me, in a way, is a negotiation with all these beautiful details that I want to show, not of nature, of dance, of course. I'm obsessed with movement, and how if I take movement purely as it is, show gradually, we might see something very beautiful. Don't need anything extra. The thing is with the walking is that I feel that what happened to me in Norway for the first time in my life is that I slowed down. You have to walk here. I'm in Stavanger, there are buses, but like don't go to the right places anyway, and I don't ride the bicycle. I found it very scary in the rain, and Stavanger is raining like 90% of the time, so I have to walk. I have to walk everywhere I go, and that sense of walking constantly allows me to slow down, to reflect, to look around, like something calm down a little bit. And therefore I can see better and I can enjoy the little things. So this piece is really my first love relationship with this country and what it does to me. Yeah.
Thank you. That was more poetic than my memory and you telling me about why this piece happened. You were talking about how everyone goes on a Sunday walk and they all go walking, and you know, how are we going to deal with this now? I live in Norway. But I think it's, I think that's one of the things that attracted me to want to show this piece was that the format is different. You know, that you start outside, we are walking as a group, we come inside, some people sit close, some people sit further away. There's something about the proximity or what you're asking us, how you're asking us to relate to all these people, of course, as well as the scale of it in terms of the amount of people. Do you want to say something about these choices?
Yes, of course. So, first of all, maybe I should say why, I'll talk about the people, and then I'll talk about people are more important than the format anyway, but the people. Again, talking about Norway, I often feel quite lonely in Norway. I think people are inside a lot. So when I just started being here, I felt a lot alone. And I decided when I started to do this piece that I'm going to walk with as many people as possible. I'm not going to feel lonely. So I'm going to have to invite as many people as possible. However, another thing. I knew at some point that if I want to stay with this person, I have to move to Norway. And I decided very strongly that I'm not going to come to Norway and show a work that is detached from the people. I love when I see how people react to my work. This is why you are all visible to me on stage, on the auditorium. I want to see what people see, how they live, what they see, how they look, and what do I think that they see when they look, rather than just come and throw my choreography and leave. I want to form these relationships. I want to know who you are. I want to know how you meet me. How you meet the things that I want to offer. These are all offers. So I wanted to find a way that I meet people, and that meeting fits what I do. And every time I meet a new group, it transforms. Something else is happening. We did it 3 weeks ago at Stavanger. Oh my God, totally different. Same structure, different people. So it fits a lot what I do. But then the format was, if you go back to the second, I wanted to find a way that I help people slowing down before they come to see what happens on stage. This is for me very important, and I want people to see. But I also know myself that when I come to see a performance, there's a rush, I talk to my friend, and I'm really zooming in 5-7 minutes after things happen. And I don't want that. I want them to have the same experience that I had when I watched these flowers. I slowed down before I watched these flowers. And I had a long process of slowing down. That's what I wanted to create here, that people are walking, they see images, they zoom in, and then they zoom in a little bit more when they come here. Yeah.
And they zoom in on all these beautiful people. There are dancers from Norges Dansehøgskole and from the University in Stavanger, and also from the community in Oslo, right? Yeah. How many do we have?
47.
Wow. And we are so super happy that you all wanted to take part and that we could have this relationship with Norges Dansehøgskole to make this happen. And that we could be here at the opera to show it to you too. I think it's such a beautiful space and such a beautiful surrounding, being so close to nature and still being in a real clear theatre institution. Yeah. So there's something about these relationships across that are quite special. I wondered what it's like for you guys, and if any of you wanted to give an impression of what it's been like to be part of the project before we wrap up, because we are going to have to wrap up very soon.
This is something I learned about Norway. It takes 10 minutes to make people start talking.
You can maybe shout out some words in Norwegian or in English. How does it feel? Like happy, sad, interesting, great?
Energetic.
Say again?
Energetic.
Energetic, generous,
Inspiring.
inspiring, human. Nice. Any words from the audience? What did you feel? Connection? Inclusive, included, yeah.
Love.
Love?
Yeah.
It's like, it's like getting to know someone in a different way, which is very nice and open. People see you and you get inspired by others.
So getting to know people, they see you, they be inspired by each other.
It's nice that someone makes this opportunity to get to know so other people.
Nice. So you made an opportunity for people to get to know each other. That's great. Really fits with the festival vision of being a meeting place. I'm very happy with Chelsea. No. I want to wrap up because I think we should celebrate with the dancers, and I know that there's one person I want to say something.
I just want to take this opportunity to say a huge thank you to our audience who was with us together with amazing dancers. Thank you, Jørgen, so much for for sharing your flowers, literally, to all you artists for this warm, inclusive, experiential. I've learned a new word, experiential experience that we've had with you. So to everyone and to our beautiful vocals. Thank you so much, Portia. It's Abby. I think Portia too. Thank you, Abby, so much. No, really, it's wonderful to have you here. I couldn't think of a better way to have the Koda Dance Fest here, with meeting points and really making us all feel included. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We finished there. Thanks.